Well, for more on this, William Lawrence joins us from Washington. He's a professor of political science and international affairs at American University. So how concerning is this activity in Tbilisi, and what will the outcome be?
It's very concerning. It's a direct product of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and the fact that after the 2008 war, Russia continues to not only occupy 20% of Georgian territory, but exert extraordinary influence through various proxies, including this Russian oligarch. So far, so bad. I mean, it looks like the parliament's going to pass the bill. The president says she'll veto it, but the parliament can overcome the veto. And if things move in this direction, it could jeopardize Georgia's candidacy to join the EU. It could jeopardize Georgia's independence vis-a-vis Moscow. So far so bad in terms of the indications that Georgia will remain independent and westward oriented.
What are the practical implications for companies if this new law is passed?
Well, I mean, this is a media-focused bill, and so any organization or media entity, that's their main target, that has over 20% foreign funding will have to register with the government. And these registration laws is what Moscow has been using to shut down all of its independent media since the war with Ukraine started. And the legitimate fear of the Georgians is they will shut down all independent media in Georgia if Russia influenced Georgia pursues the same path. If that's the way we're going, this will hurt foreign direct investment in Georgia. This will hurt its economic prospects. There's a whole range of negative outcomes if Georgia seems to be moving more directly along the path of Belarus or Kazakhstan in a different way. The satellite states of the former Soviet Union that are being, given instructions from Moscow that they need to either toe certain lines or their independence will be lost. And cynically, the oligarch in the middle of this sort of Bashvili, he seems to want to be protecting his own position more than defending the Georgian space he lives in. So all that will have to be sorted over the course of these protests and whatever outcome comes from them.
And just right now, there's little sign that the protesters are going to give way.
Yeah, it seems they're not backing down. That's the right path. Democracy is at stake in Georgia like it's at stake in Ukraine and everywhere else where Russia has a hand. So they're right to be doing what they're doing. What's going to need to happen over time is the boycotters in the Georgian parliament will have to not be boycotting in order to oppose this type of bill. The opposition will have to get organized and speak with a unified voice, and then those in parliament and those in the power structure that are protecting their own positions rather than defending democracy will have to be either neutralized somehow or pushed out by the Georgian people, because all of this bodes very badly for the future of not just Georgian democracy but Georgia's independence from Moscow, and the ability for Georgia to be a free, independent state that trades with Europe in an open way and is part of that Atlantic community, that Western community, pro-democratic, liberal, et cetera, et cetera. So the Georgian people are right to be protesting.
OK, for now, William Lawrence, Professor of Political Science and International Affairs at American University, thank you very much for joining us live from Washington.